Guten Tag. Welcome to the first episode of the Camry podcast, as requested by two entire people. I mean, to be fair, I'm quite humble. I will happily, keep two people entertained as long as they're interested in what we're saying. So, hope you've all had a good Christmas and a New Year's. I have been thinking of each and every one of you. Even the people I just see like the occasional post from, or people that like things, people that comment on things here and there, like, you're all part of one big web, and I don't think a lot of you realize just how big a deal most of you are. People that know me know that I'm very self-destructive. I'm not big on me. Like, I live a lot through other people. So, like, each and every one of you, like, your jokes, your puns, your posts, the places you guys travel, like, it's always really great to see. Like, don't ever think that people don't want to see that because they think you're bragging or anything like that. No, we love that shit. We love that shit. We love to see people getting up there, doing good shit, and, succeeding. That's what it's all about. It's looking after each other. So, each and every one of you is a part of my life, and that's why I get up. That's why I work. That's why I do what I do, because of you guys. So you guys rock. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Seriously, because I will always tell you how awesome you are. So, update on the year. As you've probably all seen, whirlwind start in the first fortnight of the year. Literally second day of the year, my partner Katie sliced her finger open, had to go and get some stitches done because she was sledgehammering a wall at our place that we're moving to later in the year. That same day, I found out my goddaughter's mother had to go to hospital, so I was just tripping balls that day. I was freaking the fuck out. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, second day of the year. Anyone that thought 2020 was going to be it, it's like the Dark Souls tutorial level, basically, so far, And I'll admit, my start to the year has been better than others, but it's still pretty shit. Like, transitioning through the diabetic side of things has really sort of not finished up in the 2 weeks I thought it would. It's fucked me over real bad. I've been dizzy, I've been sick, I've been nauseous, all sorts of shit. I actually threw up at work the other day. Thankfully not at my desk, I was in the bathroom at the time, but I'm just like, there's nothing to throw up, but your stomach's still like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it today, Like, it's one way to lose weight, I suppose. Which apparently is happening. People have noticed it, I haven't. Although, to be fair, I took a photo of myself in my German Flecktarn military jacket today. And it actually zipped up comfortably for the first time in, years. The jacket itself's like 9 years old, and it used to fit me really well, but it's been shit the last couple of years. But now I still have to kind of hold my breath, but I can zip it up, so it's a sign. It's progression. Like, up until now, it's been a lot of talking and not a lot of action, but now we're actually seeing results, which is something that's just great. It's something little. It's something. As I quoted from Peaky Blinders the other day, it's something, and as long as you have something, it's better than nothing, obviously. Update on the Camry itself, being the host of our podcast today. Shout out to Toyota. She's still tripping along. She's as indestructible as any Camry should be. Not doing anything overly exciting, but she's doing it. She's getting it done. I just had the radiator redone. Lost a hubcap, so now the front looks a bit ugly. Planning on getting the shocks done in a couple of weeks. Then she's going to ride like butter. Well, not butter. Something smooth and comfortable, basically. I suck at filming myself, but I'm only really doing this because I know people like to actually keep updated with me, which is one thing I'm really surprised about. Like, I talk a lot, I vent, I rant, I post. It's what I do, and it hasn't been until recently that I realized people actually like to listen to what I have to say sometimes. So I thought, we'll start doing these podcasts-ish, kind of a podcast. Maybe get some special guests. Get Dale and his Kia Sorado. Is it a Sorado? GT? I don't know. It's a Kia. Yeah, because he was actually the one that suggested this in the first place. But yeah, the Camry's good. She's she doesn't really do anything too exciting, but she's a good car. Like, she's a big, beefy sedan. I'm having a lot of fun with it, more than I thought I would. I never thought I'd see myself in a Hyundai, but I also never saw myself in a Camry. I've become one of those people we used to make fun of in school and growing up. So, yeah, go figure. Apart from that, work is good. We're sort of having up and down days. Some days are busy, some days are not. A lot of our customers are back. It's great to be talking to them again. I've actually missed it. We bitch about work a lot. Everyone does, whether you like work or not. But the routine, the people, it's something, And sometimes you bring a little bit of light into their day as well, and you feel better because you're like, I helped someone today, And I think that's it. I think with everything that's been going on in the world in the last couple of weeks, we got to look out for each other. We were doing that at the hospital last night. I had a great chat to the door guy there. Turns out he was a Battlefield brother like me. He played Battlefield laboriously back in the day, and as did I. So, we ended up talking for hours until Kate literally ordered me home. Like, I was trying to be the perfect boyfriend, the kind of guy that sits out there in the rain, in the late of the night, waiting, you don't not wanting to leave your girlfriend by herself. And she's sitting there for hours telling me, go the fuck home, you have to eat. I'm like, I'm not hungry. She's like, that doesn't matter, you're a diabetic, you can't skip meals. So I was like, yeah, all right, fine. It took a few hours of convincing, but I was fine. Like, fuck it, all right, I'm only around the corner. And then I came home and my Xbox shat the bed. Like, fuck, what the hell? Like, anyone that knows me, like, you guys see how much stuff I talk about with games and everything. That was just shattering for me. I know games are only supposed to be a pastime, but for me, they've been a massive therapy. They've been a massive help. They're a huge escape from just all sorts of shit, and they are my thing. People come home, they watch TV shows to feel better or anything like that, or movies or read books and things like that. I game. I've recently hung up my World of Tanks hat after 6. This would have been the 7th. 21 would have been the 7th. After 6 years of playing World of Tanks, I have finally just quit. It was a toxic relationship. The game had its moments. It really just depends on the teams and the games you have. But ultimately, the game is going in a direction that I'm not very happy with. I don't like all the new stuff they've implemented. They've punished a lot of the long-term players, and they're rewarding idiots, basically. It's the simplest way I can put it. They're rewarding people who just blunder their way into the game. And when you blunder into a game, you play like shit. And when you have a lot of people playing like shit, a lot of people are going to get pissed off. And that's what's happened. Like the console subreddit for World of Tanks has just been... It's like Chernobyl over there at the moment. It's melting down. So I've finally come around to War Thunder on console. I tried it on PC a few years back. Liked it. I appreciate that there are some elements of realism in it. I appreciate the fact that where you aim matters. And if you know your way around a tank, it's actually quite easy to know where to hit and what to hit. It's not perfect, War Thunder has its own problems, but to be fair, I've been in it since just before the end of last year, and I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I'm loving it. I'm already up to my favorite babies, my Tiger. I'm working on a second Tiger, and then I'm going to be getting the Panther tanks. I'm also working on the British tanks. to eventually get to their modern day stuff like the challenges and all that sort of thing. But yeah, you know, that's been my pastime. I've got back into Fallout a bit. I've sort of missed that a lot. I still have to finish Ghost Recon as well, and then they have a new DLC coming for that as well. So you know, that's good. You know, I went and so coming back to everything, going back to the Xbox, the power unit has shat the bed. The console itself is fine, which is fucking frustrating because you can't get the power unit for it. Basically, the power unit is sort of halfway along the power cord from the back of the console to the plug, and that's what shit the bed. And no one can get it anymore. You can only get it from Microsoft, and I don't even know if there's a Microsoft store here in Brisbane. So I was like, fuck it, let's rock and roll. Let's just fucking go do shit, you know. So I bit the bullet. I got an Xbox One S. It's tiny. I looked at it and I literally went, is that it? Like, there's like one power cable, one controller. Like, obviously there's a controller, but there's like one power cable and there's a little box. I don't know if you've seen the One S, but it's like almost a third of the size of an original Xbox One. And I literally did the Zoolander thing where I was like, is this a console for ants? Like, what is this? What the hell is this? But it was really good. Xbox has really streamlined their setup. You can pair your phone up with an app to the console, and it carries a lot of shit over. You sign in and carries everything over from your old Xbox. Luckily, Katie bought me a terabyte hard drive long ago, which most of my stuff's been updated to anyway. So, you know, War Thunder was on there already, Fallout's already on there, Crew's already on there. Like, I can race and shoot and shit, all that sort of crap. Some of the games I have to wait to be upgraded to like S spec, which is like extra graphics and shit, I think. But yeah, so I bit the bullet, a fucking expensive bullet, but it's hard to explain how much gaming has helped my mental health. It's helped me cope with things. It's made me focus more, and it's given me time to focus and think as I'm doing things. And it's been one of the best ways for me to just sort things out, see things how I should, and all that sort of thing, you know. So it's been a huge help. I mean, anyone that's been friends with me for as you know, a decade or more would know that games are a big thing for me. They've always a great escape from my family growing up. They really helped me through high school as well, as stupid as it sounds. And I've made so many online friends through it. Like, I can jump on there any time of the day or night, and somewhere in the world there's going to be someone that messages me and like, hey, let's go do this, or let's jump on this and shoot something or drive something, or, you know, just go looking at things. So that's been good. That's good. So moving ahead, I'm actually going to see Katie now. She's at our new house. We're moving to her parents' house later this year. Around the end of February, early March is what they're sort of banking on at this point. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, so we are doing that at the moment. Yeah, a lot of renovations and things. So that's something that's happening. We're eventually going to buy the house. We're sort of going to move in, get ourselves settled, and then we're going to look at putting money away to eventually purchase the house, and then we'll have our own thing, which is great, you know. And then we can worry about family, starting our own family, making amends for the shit family that we've had. You know, most of our family isn't that grand. I mean, I know that the family I do care about are going to see this, and they're not going to be upset because they know exactly who I'm talking about. They know exactly what I'm talking about, and they know that family as a whole is not that great, but they're good. They're good people. They're great people. Which reminds me as well, I want to wish my niece Paige a happy 8th birthday party. I know we missed it last week, and unfortunately, thanks to everything that's happened today and last night with Katie's hospital visits and that, we couldn't make it again. I'm very sorry, but I hope it was a good one. just basically enjoy being a kid as long as you can, because adulthood is not what you think it's going to be. Like, if you grow up thinking freedom, and then you get there and you're like, actually, hang on, freedom costs money, and I have to go work for someone. So I have to go sacrifice my freedom to make money for some of my freedom, to make money so someone else can go and have more freedom. But anyway, whatever. So, this is more just an introductory thing, seeing if, everyone joked about the Camry podcast. So we thought, why not throw one out, see what people think. Maybe they'll like it, maybe they won't. Maybe this will be one of those stupid videos I delete and you never see again. So feel free to let me know if you want to see more of these, whether I should do them weekly or whether I should just do them whenever I have something to talk about. Fuck, I hurt my hand, stretched a muscle. Stay safe, love each other, look out for each other, punch anyone that's not wearing a mask, laugh at anyone named Karen, don't ask to speak to a manager. What else is concurrent to them? Oh, don't go storming any fucking parliament buildings. Don't try to overthrow a legally elected government, please. That's not going to end well. If you're not armed, it's generally not a good idea to run at someone who is armed. So don't go running into any parliament houses trying to fuck things up. ScoMo, though, total dickhead, as we all know. At least the entire country isn't on fire or underwater at the moment like last year. So look, honestly though, jokes aside, I hope you're all safe. I hope you're all well wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. Make sure that you have something to hold on to each day, however big or small it is. As long as it's important to you, fuck what anyone else thinks. You do you, and the world will follow. So stay safe, stay happy, keep doing what you're doing, keep fighting the good fight. We're all here, we're all cheering. So take care, and we will see you in another episode.